Welcome everyone. We were discussing about respiration. In the previous class we have discussed this types of respiration, that is respiration which is of two types, aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. In aerobic respiration, respiration takes place in the presence of oxygen. Oxygen is required. Okay, so oxygen is required, whereas in anaerobic respiration, respiration can take place even in the absence of oxygen, but the product will be different. The product in this respiration where oxygen is utilized, so the product will be carbon dioxide, water and lots of energy. Carbon dioxide, water and lots of energy are the end products of aerobic respiration. If pyruvic acid gets oxygen, then it will produce carbon dioxide, water and lots of energy. Whereas if pyruvic acid does not get oxygen, it will produce either lactic acid or ethanol, depending on where that anaerobic respiration is taking place. If anaerobic respiration is taking place in the yeast cell, then ethyl alcohol and carbon dioxide will be released. Whereas if anaerobic respiration is taking place in the lactic, that is in the muscle cells, then the product will be lactic acid. The product will be lactic acid and energy will be released, but very little energy will be released. Very little when compared to the energy which is released during the aerobic respiration. So now before moving to this, I said you that the first step of both aerobic respiration as well as anaerobic respiration, the first step of respiration is glycolysis, whether in case of aerobic respiration or in case of anaerobic respiration. The first step of respiration is glycolysis in both the respiration. Okay, so this is the common step for aerobic and anaerobic respiration. And children, remember this is a very important long answer. This is a very important long answer. In this respiration we have two very important long answers. One is this glycolysis and another is Krebs cycle, next step of respiration. So glycolysis and Krebs cycle, these two are the very important long answers. So listen carefully, understand properly and learn this answer. Learn this answer very well. It is a little difficult to remember all this because I said you glycolysis, in this glycolysis just glucose is changing to pyruvic acid, but from changing of glucose to pyruvic acid 10 reactions are involved. It involves 10 reactions and many intermediate products are formed. Many changes will take place just to convert the glucose into pyruvic acid. So we have to remember all those reactions. So that answer is basically nothing but what are the different reactions which takes place. Write an account on glycolysis. So in that what we have to write is what are those 10 reactions which takes place in the glycolysis. Then the next question will be important from this lesson, very important from this lesson, is glycolysis, and the next is Krebs cycle. In that also many reactions are there basically in both these answers, in glycolysis as well as in Krebs cycle. You have to remember reactions. There are many reactions. You have to remember it properly, and these are very important questions. You will be getting this in your exam. So carefully listen with full concentration, focus here. Now coming to this, the first step of respiration, the common step in both aerobic and anaerobic respiration, which is glycolysis. Okay, if we see this word glycolysis, when we break this word glycolysis, so it can be broken down into two words. One is glyco and another is lysis. The word glyco, that is glucose or sugar, because glucose is nothing but sugar. So the word glyco is from this word glucose. Lysis means breaking down. Lysis means breakdown. breaking or splitting. Breaking or splitting. So what is breaking or what is splitting? Glucose is breaking or glucose is splitting. So glyco means glucose, lysis means breaking or splitting. So what is happening in this glycolysis? Glucose is splitting into two molecules of pyruvic acid. So glyco means sugar or that is glucose, lysis means breakage. So what is happening here in this glycolysis? The sugar molecule is breaking. The sugar molecule is breaking. So this glycolysis is nothing but the process where glucose is broken down into two molecules of pyruvic acid. Okay. Now this is the common step already said. Where does this takes place? Where does this glycolysis takes place? So glycolysis takes place inside the cytoplasm of the cell. Where it takes place? Cytoplasm of cell. Inside the cell, cytoplasm will be there now. So inside the cytoplasm, the nucleus will be there, mitochondria is there, chloroplast is there. Okay. So chloroplast is there, the Golgi complex, endoplasmic reticulum, many organelles are there now. Here this inside the cytoplasm, all these organelles are floating. So where this glucose will be broken down? This is the cell. Inside the cell, glucose will enter. So glucose will enter inside the cell. Where it will enter? Inside the cytoplasm. So glucose from the stomach or from the blood, along with the blood, because glucose will be, food will be digested in the stomach, the digested food will be assimilated or supplied to each and every cell through the blood. So blood, when it comes to the cell, it brings along the food material, digested food material. So along with the blood, here the glucose enters into the cell. Glucose enters into the cell. So now when it enters into the cell, where will be the glucose? This glucose will be in the cytoplasm. Glucose will be in the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is nothing but the fluid which is filled in the cell where organelles are floating. So here inside the cytoplasm, glucose is present. So where will this glycolysis takes place? So this glycolysis takes place in the cytoplasm of the cell. Glycolysis takes place in the cytoplasm of the cell. Now coming to this glycolysis is also called as EMP pathway. What it is called as? EMP pathway. EMP pathway. E stands for embedom. Embedom. M stands for Mayer-Hoff. P stands for Parnas. This glycolysis, it is also called as EMP pathway. Why it is called as EMP pathway? So this E, M and P, these are the starting letters. These are the starting letters of the scientists who have discovered this pathway. So here, by taking this first letter of their words, E, M and P. So the scientists Embedom, Mayer-Hoff and Parnas, these three are the scientists who have discovered the cycle. So that is why by taking the first letter of their name, here it is named as EMP pathway. So glycolysis, instead of glycolysis, if it is asked write about EMP pathway, then it is nothing, just the glycolysis, because the other name for glycolysis is EMP pathway based on the names of the scientists, based on the first letters of the names of the scientists. So glycolysis, breaking of glucose into two molecules of pyruvic acid, and this breaking of glucose into pyruvic acid takes place inside the cell, cytoplasm of the cells. I said you, this glucose is changed to pyruvic acid. Glucose changes or breaks down into pyruvic acid. Where it's breakdown? In cytoplasm of the cell. So this breakage involves 10 reactions. This glucose will be breaking down into pyruvic acid. Glucose will undergo a series of 10 reactions before it reaches the pyruvic acid. Okay. So this glycolysis takes place in 10 steps. Glycolysis is a 10-step process. Glycolysis is a 10-step process in which 10 reactions will take place, and each reaction will form a intermediate product. Thereby, after undergoing through various reactions and performing intermediate products, the final product of glycolysis is pyruvic acid. So glucose will change to pyruvic acid. So but before changing to pyruvic acid, it makes many intermediate compounds by undergoing various reactions. So how many reactions will take place? 10 reactions. Basically, glycolysis is a 10 reaction process. Glycolysis is a 10 reaction process in which the glucose is broken down into 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. Now let us see what are those 10 reactions. We said that glycolysis is a 10 reaction process. So what are those 10 reactions? How glucose is changed to pyruvic acid? We will see now. Why is this all reactions taking place? What is the need of all this reaction to take place? What is the need for glucose to change into pyruvic acid and all? Why all these reactions need to be take place? Because at the end of these reactions, at the end of this whole process, we get the energy. By the end of the whole process of respiration, glycolysis is just the first step. So after first step, many more steps will be there for respiration. But after undergoing all those steps, this glycolysis, Krebs cycle, electron transport and after going all those through processes, those steps and all, ultimate result what we will be getting is the energy. And energy is very essential for carrying out living, that is for survival of the living organisms. Even if you don't do any work, even if you just lie for the whole life, but still what happens? Our body need to respire, our body need to perform circulation, our body need to perform excretion. In order to survive, in order to be alive, our body needs to be performing all those activities, and for performing all the activities, that is digestion, respiration, circulation, we require energy. So for production of energy only all this is taking place, that is glucose is changing to pyruvic acid. Pyruvic acid, when it mixes with the oxygen, energy rich molecules are formed. Those energy rich molecules will further that is undergo through a process of electron transport, where the electron acceptors will be accepting those electrons, and then the final product, water and energy, will be formed. So this respiration is the process which gives us the energy. And why is this carrying out? Why this glycolysis and all is carrying out? So that we get the energy, and by getting the energy we will be able to survive. If we don't get the energy, we won't be surviving. So for survival, here what happens is respiration need to take place, and the first step is glycolysis. So let us see in glycolysis what is happening first. In the first thing, here is the cycle which I have written. The cycle, whole reactions which takes place during the process of glycolysis. We will study each and every reaction one by one. The first thing is what is happening. Glucose is changing into glucose 6-phosphate. Okay, glucose is changing into glucose 6-phosphate. This is the first reaction. What is happening in the first reaction? In the first reaction, glucose is changing to glucose glucose 6 phosphate. So what is happening? This is the first reaction. This is the first reaction. In this reaction, what is happening? The glucose is first changed into glucose 6 phosphate. I said you many intermediate products will be formed before the final product pyruvic acid will be formed. So this is the first intermediate product. First what happens is glucose will be changed to glucose 6 phosphate. How it is changed? Here what is happening is an enzyme is helping. An enzyme is helping in the change of glucose to glucose 6 phosphate. Which is that enzyme? Hexokinase. The name of the enzyme is hexokinase. Okay, hexokinase is the enzyme which is changing glucose into glucose 6 phosphate. Okay, so now what is happening apart from this enzyme? Here another thing which is happening is here energy is required. This ATP is an energy rich molecule. ATP is an energy rich molecule. So here by taking the energy from ATP, or the phosphate, because energy is stored in the phosphate, by taking the phosphate from ATP, ATP is changed to ADP. Here in the first reaction, glucose is changing to glucose 6 phosphate. Glucose is changing to glucose 6 phosphate. How it is changing? The enzyme is helping. Along with the enzyme, energy is also required. So here one ATP, because energy, where we are getting energy from the ATP molecule, because ATP molecule is the molecule which stores the energy. So one ATP molecule is utilized. Okay, so what we are doing is we are taking one phosphate from this ATP. ATP means adenosine triphosphate. The full form of ATP is adenosine triphosphate. To this molecule of adenine, to this atom of adenine, 3 phosphates are attached. Adenosine, one adenosine, tri means 3 phosphates are attached. Okay, and in this phosphate, this terminal phosphate will be storing the energy. Energy will be stored in the terminal phosphate. So whatever is the terminal phosphate, that phosphate will be taken from this ATP. If we is taken, because we want energy to convert this glucose to glucose 6 phosphate, energy is required. So for this, what we are doing is we are taking this phosphate from this ATP. Now if we remove this phosphate and give this energy, so that glucose will change to glucose 6 phosphate with the help of the enzyme hexokinase. So hexokinase plus energy present in this phosphate is used to change glucose to glucose 6 phosphate. Now earlier ATP was there, now it changed to ADP, to diphosphate, adenosine diphosphate. Earlier it was adenosine triphosphate. Now after the release of energy in the form of one phosphate atom, so here what is happening is this molecule is changing into ADP, that is adenosine diphosphate. Adenosine diphosphate, di means 2. Why 2? One atom of phosphate which was storing the energy, that energy has been utilized to change this glucose to glucose 6 phosphate. So what is happening in the first reaction of glycolysis? Glucose is changed to glucose 6 phosphate, and with the help of the enzyme hexokinase, and during this process of changing of glucose to glucose 6 phosphate, one ATP is utilized. One phosphate, that is ATP, is utilized, and ATP has changed to now ADP. ATP has changed to ADP because we have used third phosphate to change this one. So here an energy ATP has been utilized. ATP has been utilized and glucose has been changed to glucose 6 phosphate. So this is the first step of glycolysis. This is the first step of glycolysis. Now moving on to the second step. The second step is this glucose 6 phosphate. If I write this is the glucose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This was glucose 6 carbon compound. Now it has changed to glucose 6 phosphate, means glucose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Phosphate is added because phosphate has taken from this ATP. Now it is added to this glucose. So phosphate has been added to which? Sixth one. This is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. 6 phosphate, that is to the 6th carbon phosphate has been attached. Now earlier the structure was this, only glucose. Now it has changed to glucose 6 phosphate, that is to glucose molecule at the 6th carbon one phosphate is attached. From where we have got this phosphate? From this ATP. It was triphosphate now. So now this phosphate from this molecule has gone and attached to the 6th carbon. So earlier the structure was this, now the structure is this. So this is glucose and this is glucose 6 phosphate. Glucose 6 phosphate. So what happened? One phosphate from this ATP has transferred to the 6th carbon, thereby changing the glucose to glucose 6 phosphate. So this is the first reaction. Now we will move on to the second reaction in the next video. We will see one by one all those reactions. In the next video we will study about the second reaction and the further on.